Hello, this is Dr. Clancy again, and I want to go over the course syllabus with you. If I make changes to the syllabus, I'll send you an announcement. I usually use announcements quite frequently to send you good articles and things I want you to be aware of, some legislation or things that are happening at CMS, just to keep you abreast of what's occurring in the healthcare world. This is a 5-credit course, so there is a lot of work to it. And there's some prerequisites which you have all met. This is my contact information. This is my cell phone, so if I don't answer you, I might be in a meeting or something, but I will get back to you. As I said, I go on my email in the morning and at night. If you do not hear from me within 24 hours, email me again. It might have gone into hyperspace instead of email. The course description, as I shared with you, this is a chance for you to really integrate and bring forth all the skill sets and knowledge you learned throughout all the BS and nursing program. We have learning objectives and how we assess them and how they're related to the BS essentials, and we have to do this for our accreditors. And then we list the BS essentials that we have to meet. And then required textbooks. There's really no book. As I said, the course is full of a lot of great resources. I'll be sending you probably Becker's Hospital Review frequently, Kaiser Permanente's daily briefing, and a lot of current information, because as you know, information changes so fast nowadays that by the time you get it in a book, it's probably obsolete. We are using the APA Manual 7th edition. What I really look at when I look at APA, I look at some format issues and citations. Make sure your citations are correct. From a formatting perspective, in the 7th edition, student papers do not need headers. So go to page 32 in your manual and learn how to do a title page for a student submission under APA. And then you're learning how assessment's done. And this are how you're going to be graded. These are your assessments. The academic integrity, SMART objectives, you're going to have to write 2, and it's a scholarly discourse or a Blackboard discussion. One needs to relate to your practicum, and the other needs to relate to a learning outcome. You're going to, and that's 10%. You're going to submit a CV, resume, and cover letter for, it can be a hypothetical job you want in the future. And you're going to have a lot of chances to revise it throughout the course if you want to. That's satisfactory, unsatisfactory. Ethical discourse. This is a discussion board on many of the substantive resources we put in this module that, we have ethical issues in front of us every single day and how you would handle them. Then you have to write your own personal philosophy of nursing, and I would keep that short, maybe 1 paragraph, because you want something that you can refer to throughout your career and easily understand. An IPE activity, usually the College of Healthcare Professionals and the College of Medicine put on an IPE, interprofessional education activity, in the early spring semester. I'll make sure you are aware of when it's being held. It's usually in the academic building on the 4th floor with all different disciplines there. And you break them into groups and do discussions about different issues. They usually have a panel to present ethical situations of the day. And if you can't go to that, I think they tape it. And if you tape it, if you view it by taping, you can still write a reflection on your viewing of the taping of it. If not, what other types of activities, educational activities, do you engage in that has multiple disciplines there? A lot of times when you take advanced life, ACLS, there's other people than just nursing. Because when you write the reflection, you have to be talking about how are other disciplines talking? Are they respectful of each other? Is there a rank order of who gets to talk more and who gets to listen to more, because a doctor versus a respiratory therapist or something like that? But interprofessional education is the way of the future. In fact, if you're going to be doing a group seminar, and maybe one of the topics you want to look at is interprofessional education. Some colleges of medicine or healthcare um, divisions are doing everything through IPE, because if we learn together, we will be able to understand together much better at the front lines. A professional organization you need to attend, and I want to put out there now for one of the practicum is if I would take 2 students to work on initiating a virtual meeting for Central New York Nurses Association. We had our last meeting in February. I think we had it at Danzers. No, we didn't have it at Danzers. We had it at um, Drumlin's. And we had a lot of discussion about legislative initiatives that the ANA in New York is involved in. I would love to help students get establish another virtual meeting. I would say you would probably really need to be good in IT if you want to do this, because we would have to do a Zoom to everyone, send out invitations to everyone that belongs. All students can join. It's $15 a year if you're a student. And just getting the newspaper or the newsletter is very, very informative. But last year we had Representative Katko give a little video for us. I would want Jean Santelli. She's the president of ANA New York, talk to us. So I would help the students put this together, and then everybody can go, or we can tape it so you can view it and see what a professional organization does. But many of you might belong to your own professional organizations based on your area of work, and you can certainly attend one of those meetings. Then a professional networking. This is like an elevator speech. What would you say to someone about yourself and your interest in nursing if you met them for the first time? And that you just upload and we look at it. On the student-led seminars, I'll go through this with you. You're going to do this in a group. I have a wiki set up for a group. You can have up to 5, but I'm not sure exactly how many students are going to be in the course at present, anywhere between 20 and 25. So 4 would be a good number for a group. And you can select, what's a trend, like telehealth. That's going to make a huge difference in what we do as nursing. Interprofessional education is another one. What has COVID done for nursing? So whatever is trending out there, you can select as your topic and do a presentation. And I'll go through that when we get to that assignment. Your practicum is, I think, it's an 85-hour initiative. And you have to work with someone, and it can be right there at your work site, where you can put forth an idea or an opportunity to improve, or if you want to, it's like a CQI project, and we'll get more in depth with that as we go down. As I said, 1 or 2 of you can do the ANA meeting with me if you want to as your practicum experience. And others, you might be already involved in your councils on your unit, or you might not be. This might be in the initiative to get you more involved. And when you get involved with it, what can you put forth as an idea to bring about change, a positive change, or pursue an opportunity? There's a practicum code of conduct you have to sign, and then you have to do the journals and your time log. And then your capstone practicum project part 1 is just a description of what you're going to do. And I really have to approve all your practicums. And certainly if you have an interest, we can make a go of it. So we might need to work together. The final paper, you have to do an abstract and a poster. And the final paper is due before the abstract and poster, but we'll go through the schedule. And as I said, I have a WebEx site that we can meet over the internet anytime if you need guidance and direction, or you just want to talk about what you're doing. As I said, I know all of you are overwhelmed. I want to keep this as simple as possible, and you might have wonderful ideas, but it's got to be doable in this time of unbelievable stress and change. And then the grade spread is as usual. And then down here are your learning activities. As I said, your academic integrity has to be signed. Your SMART objectives, one can be on a teaching learner, um, concept, and it can be hypothetical, and even the one on your practicum, because you're not going to be that uh, developed or that far along with your practicum at this point, can be a little hypothetical. Professional networking, this is what I said. You'll do this in VoiceThread, and it'll be like an elevator speech. Hi, I'm Dr. Clancy, and I've been a nurse for 50 years, and I love geriatrics. So just a little brief spiel about yourself and why somebody should want to listen to what you say and what you have to offer. And then your CV, resume, and cover letter. And as I said, you can do it towards a hypothetical job you would love in the future. It's nice to keep this on file because you never know when you want to pull it out and use it. Keep your resume up to date. You don't want to have to put a resume together when you see a great job come across. You want it pretty well um, already set, but you do always want to tweak a resume to match the job you're applying for. Then I said your networking, your little elevator speech, ethical decision making. There's a lot of stuff to read in this section, and then you'll just do a discussion board on how you feel about some of the ways to decide on ethical issues. Your philosophy in nursing, again, keep it short. Your IPE activity, as I said, I will certainly make you aware of when the hospital, the colleges are going to hold theirs, but any educational activity you do with other disciplines you can use, but run it by me first just to make sure. And then the professional organization, hopefully we'll have a CNINA, Central New York American Nurses Association meeting, even though it be virtual, and you can all attend that, or you can attend your respective professional organization. Student seminars, as I said, this is where you're going to talk about a trend, whether it be, let me see, student seminar, it's 20% of your final grade. You get together with your group, and there's certain deliverables you have to have. You can look at the grading rubrics, but you'll come up with a topic that you want to discuss, and you can do it via PowerPoint voice thread. There's some guidelines for how the PowerPoints need to be. I do not like overcrowded PowerPoints because we can only read about 300 words a minute. And if we're supposed to be reading PowerPoints as well as listening, you can't do both. So PowerPoints should just be bullet words to help you bring along your dialogue. And in your group, everybody needs to do a little of the performance. It can't just be one or two people. It's every group member. And you'll see that in the instructions. And then your practicum, which I talked about, it's a pass or fail type initiative, but it does require 45 hours. And the nurse you work with must at least have a baccalaureate degree. If she doesn't, maybe I can be a preceptor along with her if it's something you really want to pursue to meet that criteria. But look at something you want to become involved with where you can probably put forth a proposal for a change. And then the journals, and then the practicum project. You have a final paper, an abstract, and a poster. And the instructions are pretty detailed in the assignment. And that's pretty much the syllabus. As I said, don't hesitate to ask a question, because if you have a question, I'm sure your colleague will have a similar question. And I try to stay as available as possible. And if we need to have a virtual meeting via WebEx, we can. I tried that last semester with community, and there wasn't a good time that I could just post and have everybody there. So we have to probably have several throughout the semester. But as I said, I'm looking forward to working with you. Take a few moments and slowly read the syllabus, write down the questions that you have. It's always good to ask questions before you start doing a project. I think everything is pretty well explained, but again, you'll be able to tell better than I. Thank you.